Dr. Elias Thorne was a simple man. He was not a soldier or an explorer. He was a medic. He was stationed on Outpost Delta, a small human research station on the wild planet of Xylos. It was a boring job. His only job was to give the scientists their flu shots and to fix their broken fingers. He was a pacifist. His only rule was the one all human doctors followed. First, do no harm. He was not prepared for the day his world changed, that it was raining. A heavy green rain that made the jungle outside the station smell like chemicals. The alarms started screaming. Hostile. Hostile life form at the south gate. The station commander, a hard woman named Riker, shouted over the comms. Elias ran to the control room. He was not a fighter, but he was the only doctor. He saw the camera feed. Lying in the mud just outside the electric fence was an alien. It was a Cathar. The Cathar were the native species of Xylos. They were 8 foot tall, 4-armed, and covered in thick rocky skin. They were known as savage, brutal warriors. The humans had a strict rule: do not engage. Do not approach. This one was not moving. It was huge. It was covered in black, thick blood. A broken energy pike was sticking out of its chest. He's still breathing, a young guard said, looking at the thermal scans. So, Commander Riker said, her hand on her pistol. He's a savage. He got into a fight with his own kind. He'll be dead in an hour. Leave him. Elias Thorne pushed his way to the front. He looked at the screen. He saw the shallow breathing. He saw the blood. He did not see a savage. He saw a patient. Open the gate, Elias said, his voice quiet. Riker looked at him like he was crazy. What did you say, Doctor? I said, open the gate. I am going out there. He is wounded. I am a medic. I have to help. Absolutely not. Riker shouted. That ... thing is our enemy. If it wakes up, it will kill you. If I leave him, he will die, Elias said, looking Riker in the eyes. And I will not let that happen. That is my oath. It is the human oath. You can shoot me, or you can open the gate. But I am going. That is my decision. The control room was silent. Riker stared at the small, quiet doctor. He was not backing down. You are a fool, Elias, she said. She pressed a button. Open the gate. But you are on your own. No one is going out there to save you. The gate opened. Elias grabbed his medical bag. He walked out into the green rain. The alien was even bigger up close. It was a mountain of muscle and armor. Elias dropped to his knees in the mud. The alien's 4 arms were spread out. Its breathing was wet and heavy. Elias got to work. He ignored the danger. He ignored the rain. He only saw the wound. The energy pike was deep. He cut away the thick leather armor. He pulled the pike out. Black blood gushed everywhere. The alien roared in pain, even while it was unconscious. One of its giant hands swung and hit Elias, sending him flying. Elias's ribs were broken. But he got up. He went back. It is. Okay, Elias whispered, as if talking to a normal man. I am here to help. He spent 2 hours in the rain and mud. He stitched the wound. He gave the alien painkillers. He gave it antibiotics. He used almost all of his medical supplies. Finally, the bleeding stopped. The alien was stable. He could not move the giant. So Elias just sat there, in the mud, next to the savage warrior, waiting. The next morning, the suns rose. Elias was cold, wet, and in great pain from his ribs. The alien's eyes, all 4 of them, opened. They were bright red. The alien looked at its wound. It was stitched. It looked at the empty medical supplies on the ground. Then, it looked at the small, weak human sitting next to him. Elias just nodded. "Good morning. I am Dr. Thorne." The alien did not speak. It just watched. It studied Elias. Slowly, the giant used its 4 arms to push itself up. It stood. It was almost 10 feet tall. It towered over Elias. This was the Cathar chieftain. Vorgoth, the unbeatable. And he was confused. This small soft creature had saved him. It had not killed him. It had not run. It had sat with him all night. It was an illogical, insane action. Vorgoth looked at Elias. He looked at the human station. He looked back at Elias. Then without a word, he turned. And he walked away, disappearing into the thick green jungle. Elias sighed, and then he fell over. Unconscious. Commander Raker was furious. "You saved him. You saved our greatest threat. He knows our location. You have doomed us all, Doctor." Elias just healed his own ribs. "I did my job," he said. "I am a medic." The next day, the alarms screamed again. Elias ran to the control room. His blood ran cold. The jungle was moving. At the south gate, Vorgoth was back. And he was not alone. Behind him were at least 200 Cathar warriors. They were holding plasma rifles. They were holding sharp metal blades. They were silent. They were staring at the small human station. "This is it," Wrecker whispered, her face pale. "They are here to finish us. This is because of you, Doctor." The Cathar warriors stood there, unmoving. Then Vorgoth, the chieftain, stepped forward. He held up his 4 arms, a sign of peace. He roared something in his language. A small drone flew from his shoulder. The drone spoke, its voice a flat electronic English. "Human, Dr. Elias Thorne." Elias stepped forward, his heart in his throat. I am Elias Thorne." Vorgoth pointed at the stitched wound on his own chest. "You saved my blood," the translator said. "This is a life debt. Cathar always pay their debts. I cannot be in debt to a small, soft thing. It is not honorable. I do not need payment," Elias said. "I was just doing my job." Vorgoth roared again. The translator spoke. "You saved me, the chieftain. This is the greatest debt. It must be paid with the greatest gift." Vorgoth stepped aside. "I have brought payment." 5 Cathar stepped out from the crowd. They were not warriors. They were females. They were tall, strong, and covered in beautiful, exotic silks and jewelry. They looked nervous. "What Elias whispered. "What is this?" Vorgoth looked proud. "You are a small male," the translator said. "You live alone. This is sad. You will need help." He motioned to the 5 females. "I give you these as a thank you gift. 5 wives." Elias just stared. Commander Riker's jaw dropped. The human guards were silent. The 5 alien warrior women all looked at Elias and bowed. Dr. Elias Thorne just stared. His mind, which was trained to understand complex biology, could not understand this simple situation. Wives? The 5 Cathar females looked at him. They were tall, powerful, and dressed in silks. They were not human. They were aliens. And they were, apparently, his. "No," Elias said, his voice shaking. He waved his hands in front of him. "No, I cannot accept. This is a mistake." He looked at Vorgoth, the chieftain. "Please, take them back. I do not want wives." Elias was a pacifist. He was a doctor. To him, gifting people was the worst crime. It was slavery. The drone translator spoke Elias's words in the Cathar language. The reaction was instant. Chieftain Vorgoth's face, which was proud, turned dark. His 4 red eyes narrowed. His 4 giant hands clenched into fists. Behind him, the 200 Cathar warriors raised their plasma rifles. The click of 200 weapons was the only sound. The air, which was friendly a second ago, was now full of death. Vorgoth took 1 step forward. He was a mountain of angry muscle. You refuse my gift. The translator's voice growled. You insult my honor? The 5 females looked at the ground. They were trembling. In their culture, a refused gift was a great shame. They would be killed for being unwanted. Elias was frozen in terror. He had not tried to insult anyone. He had just tried to be decent. Shut mouth. Commander Raker suddenly pushed Elias behind her. She was a soldier. She understood this situation. She stepped forward, her hands raised. Chieftain Vorgoth. Riker shouted, her voice strong. We are honored. Deeply honored by your gift. Commander, what are you doing? Elias whispered. We can't. Shut up, Doctor, or you will get us all killed. She hissed. Riker looked at Vorgoth. Your gift is so great that our small humble is speechless. He is overwhelmed. She bowed her head. We accept your gift with great honor. Vorgoth stared at Riker. He looked at Elias, who was hiding behind her, looking pale and sick. The chieftain was suspicious, but Riker had said the magic words. We accept. His honor was satisfied. He roared. The translator spoke. The debt is paid. My honor is clean. He gave 1 last long look at Elias. It was not a friendly look. Then Vorgoth turned. His 200 warriors lowered their weapons. They followed him, disappearing back into the thick green jungle. They were gone. There was a total, terrible silence. It was just the humans and the 5 Cathar females. The females were still standing at the gate. They looked lost. The giant steel gate of the outpost opened. The 5 females, silent and graceful, walked inside. The gate closed behind them. They were now inside the human base. Riker turned to Elias. Her face was not calm. It was full of fury. She grabbed his arm. You absolute idiot, she hissed, her voice low and dangerous. What? Elias said. Commander, they are people. We can't own them. And he, Riker said, pointing to the jungle, has 200 rifles. He will use them if he thinks we insulted him. If we send them back, he kills them for shaming him, and then he kills us for shaming him. This is not Earth, Doctor. This is not a hospital. This is a war zone. Elias looked at the 5 females. They were now all staring at him. They were waiting for orders. But Commander, what? What do I do with them? Elias asked, his voice full of panic. Riker let go of his arm. Her face was cold. He gave them to you, Doctor. They are your thank you gift. They are your mess. She turned to the guards. Back to your posts. She looked at Elias 1 last time. Figure it out, Doctor, and try not to start a war. Riker walked away, leaving Elias alone. He was alone with his 5 8-foot-tall, 4-armed alien wives. He looked at them. They looked at him. Elias was a small man. He was 5'7". The smallest female was almost 8 feet tall. She had muscles bigger than his legs. Hello, Elias said, waving. They just stared. This is a storage bay, he said, pointing to an empty room. You can wait. In there. Please. He could not take them to his small one-room apartment. He could not take them anywhere. The 5 females walked into the storage bay. They stood in the middle of the room, stiff and silent. Elias brought them water. They did not drink. He brought them food. They did not eat. They just watched him. This went on for hours. Elias was terrified. Finally, the tallest of the females stepped forward. She had a scar over one of her 4 eyes. She looked strong. She looked like a general. She spoke. Her voice was deep, like rocks grinding together. Vor Gath had left his translator drone. The drone flew over to her. You Our master, the drone's voice said. No, Elias said quickly. No, I am not. I am Elias. The female looked confused. You are Elias. You own us. Why do you not use us? We are. A gift. She looked around the empty cold storage room. She looked at the uneaten food. Why do you refuse us? She asked. Her voice was not sad. It was suspicious. It was angry. Is the great chieftain's gift not good enough for you? Elias Thorne was trapped. His own human morals said, it is wrong to own people. The Cathar culture said, it is wrong to refuse a gift. If he sent them back, he was a monster. If he kept them, he was a monster. He was a medic. His job was to save people, not to own them. He looked at the 5 females. They were not gifts. They were prisoners. They were trapped by their own culture, just as he was. The lead female, the one with the scar, was still staring at him. Her name was Kira. She was waiting for his answer. Is the gift not good enough for you? No, Elias said, his voice quiet. The translator drone repeated his word. Kyra's eyes narrowed. She was ready for him to insult her. The gift is not good enough, Elias said, taking a step forward. The gift is too good. It is too valuable. This was not the answer Kyra expected. She was confused. What? Elias looked at her 4 strong hands. They were the hands of a warrior. But they were also steady. You are warriors. I am a medic. I cannot use . A warrior. We will learn new work, Kara offered, though she was disgusted by the idea of being a servant. No, Elias said. He had an idea. It was a crazy idea. It was an impossible idea. It was a human idea. You will not learn new work, Elias said. You will learn my work. He pointed at himself. I am a healer. He pointed at her. You have the hands of a healer too. Strong, careful. Kyra just stared. This was illogical. I cannot accept you as a gift, Elias explained, his voice desperate. My people will call me a criminal. I cannot refuse you. Or your chieftain will call me ... an enemy. I am trapped. He looked at all 5 of them. So ... I will ... change. The gift. For the next 7 days the human outpost was full of strange rumors. Dr. Elias Thorne had not used his new wives. He also had not freed ... them. He had hired them. He moved them from the cold storage bay. He gave them empty rooms next to his medical lab. Commander Riker thought he was crazy. What are you doing, Thorn? I am accepting the gift, Elias said, cleaning his glasses. I am training my new medical assistants. He spent every hour teaching them. The Cathar females were confused, but he was their master, so they obeyed. He did not teach them to clean floors. He taught them medicine. He showed them how to use a human medical scanner. He showed them how to clean and stitch a wound, not with rough sinew, but with fine, sterile thread. He showed them how to create antibiotics. The Cathar were a warrior race, because they had no medicine. A small cut could kill them. Kira, the leader, was a genius. Her 4 arms, which had been trained to kill, were perfect for surgery. She learned faster than any human student Elias had ever seen. She was not a gift. She was a surgeon. The other 4 were just as brilliant. They were not wives. They were scientists. On the 8th day, the alarms screamed. Vorgoth was back. His 200 warriors were at the gate. He looked furious. Human. The translator drone roared. You hide my gift. You shame them. You have chosen them. This is the final insult. Today you die. Wait. Elias shouted. He was not afraid this time. He walked to the gate. I did not hide your gift, Chieftain. I honored it. Lies. Vorgoth roared, raising his plasma pike. No. Elias said. Open the gate. The giant metal gate slid open. Elias Thorn stood there, and next to him were the 5 females. They were not wearing their silks. They were not wearing jewelry. They were wearing human medical uniforms, white, clean, and modified for their 4 arms. They looked powerful. They looked professional. Vorgoth stopped. His 200 warriors stopped. They just stared. Kira, the one with the scar, was holding a human medical bag. What is this? Mockery? Vorgoth growled. You dress my gift in rags? These are not rags, Chieftain, Elias said, his voice strong. This is the uniform of a healer. He pointed at Kira. You gave me 5 warriors. This was a great gift. But it was a gift. Could not use. It was a gift you could not use. So, Elias said, have changed the gift. I have added to it. I have given them knowledge. Kyra stepped forward. She bowed to her chieftain. She had her own translator drone now. A new one. Chieftain Vorgoth, Kira's voice said, clear and strong. This human he did not take us. He taught us. We can now save our people. We are not wives. We are your first medics. Vorgoth was silent. He looked at his own warriors. Many of them were coughing, sick, wounded from small fights. He looked at Kyra, who now had the power to save them. Elias stepped forward. Chieftain, I return your gift to you, not as a refusal, but a new alliance. They are your people. Let them heal your people. That is all the payment I ever wanted. Vorgoth looked at the small, weak human. He looked at Kyra, his new powerful healer. This human had not taken his gift. He had multiplied it. This was the greatest honor. Vorgoth, the unbeatable chieftain, did something no one had ever seen. He put His four hands. On his heart, he bowed. He bowed to the small human doctor. The debt is paid, the translator said. No, the debt is mine. Commander Riker stood next to Elias, watching the K-Tha army walk away with their new healers. Doctor, Riker said, her voice strange. You are a terrifying politician. Elias just smiled, cleaning his glasses. I'm not, Commander. I'm just a medic. I just did no harm.